opening review, I'm going to turn to Steve. He's going to tell us how he felt about it, which I'm really looking forward to. Right? Is that I'm supposed to go to?
No, you're supposed to go to Kevin.
I'm going to go to Kevin.
Okay.
So he can tell us how he felt about it. Because you guys know that I love this movie. So, Kevin, Shakes the
coming
Barley.
off of what you said about you think this is just a great movie. I was looking forward to it. Having a lot to do about the IRA, and I wanted to learn more about it, where it came from, fortunately, we don't hear too much about it now.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that's more because
I don't think they're very militant
better.
right now, yeah.
Right. And
there was a truce a few years ago that they are, I think, holding to.
Yeah.
Okay. But I mean, it's like it was almost, I was looking at this almost like a documentary, but a very well done one. I mean, because it did such a great job, like you said, of taking the point of view from the very local farmer, fishmonger, whoever just was in the town, and they wanted to rebel against, the great British Empire, trying to say, you're going to do what we tell you to do. You're going to, let our military come through your streets and yell at you repeatedly throughout the whole movie, which I had some trouble getting past. That kind of, I think, took away from me a little bit because they were just constantly yelling at him. But that aside,
really brutal.
Yeah. It was nice that you...
Well, this takes place a little bit of the way into the revolution would have already started, and so like some of the things that the black and tans are cracking down on is because they're trying to stop the revolution.
Right.
So that's half the reason why they're so extremely brutal.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I'm not saying it's not accurate. It's the brutality is jarring.
It's really jarring. Yeah.
And the way they handle not just the men, but the women and the children.
Oh, the scene where they've just come back from killing a couple of soldiers, and they have to watch them attack his wife's house, and like I don't think they're mothers, but they might as well be surrogate mothers.
Right.
Yeah, and you have to watch them like sitting there and cutting her hair, and
that was gruesome to see her after
and because you want to want them to go.
I'm like, all right, can you just pick one of them off through the trees or something?
He just makes you sit there and puts you right.
Left.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's what, that was one of the words that I got.
Yeah.
No bullets.
Yeah, no, we can't do that. Yeah, I can't. No, but get that, and I can be there.
It was difficult to understand them, but I found that you could still very easily follow the storyline. You could tell the character point of views, even though it was difficult. I had it up loud.
Yeah, it's hard to understand.
TV,
well, and sometimes they're not speaking English. Sometimes they're speaking gay.
And there was a lot of points in different conversations throughout the movie where you could, it just felt very real, the conversations they were having, because you could see them just kind of tripping up on their own words.
Yeah, they're stumbling
trying
over
to
the
come
words
out with their expressions or their emotions, and I really enjoyed
I think it's
that.
a staggering performance by Cillian Murphy.
Yeah.
I think it's just something. The scene where he has to kill the boy that he's known for forever. I cry every time. Yeah,
that's what's interesting about this movie is that there's nothing like in most movies. That scene where they're all sitting there and. Or the girls, they're cutting the girl's hair and stuff. Yeah. They would have heroically run down and fought, and but in this, no.
There would have been music over it.
Yeah. They just sit and take it, basically. Yeah. That scene where he killed him, he would have refused. I can't do we got to take the higher ground. No.
And there would have been slow motion, waiting, and instead we're just left with him.
It's so stark. And none of the characters are very heroic. None of the characters are very noble. They're just
human.
Really starkly human.
I was surprised in the end, one of the final scenes, actually I think it might have been the final scene, where Cillian's brother
Teddy O'Donovan. Yeah.
Yeah, Teddy. Has to, he's like, he's on the post, he's waiting to get shot, and Teddy comes up to him, and you hear him, he's like, it's not too late. Yeah. You can still tell me. And, he doesn't, and he goes over to the side, and you see one of the other people in the militia come up, and you could tell he's saying, look, do you want me to do this for you? Do you want me to give the orders to kill your brother? And you don't hear that part of the conversation, but you hear him say, no, I'll do it, or, I'll take care of it.
And he's just bawling.
Yeah. And it was amazing to see him cry after that, because, like you said, he's human.
Yeah.
And we've, what's so hard about this is we've grown to love these two characters. Yeah. Right. We've grown to love their relationship. and then when it's like tugged away at me at that moment, like what's so fascinating to me,
utterly destroyed at that point.
And I can't like they do. This is a movie that.
All right, The Wind That Shakes the Barley or The Incredibles.
Do I go with my heart or do I go with my heart?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Well, yeah.
I'm going to be the mature one here and go with Wind That Shakes the Barley. Just because I have no why. I don't know.
You feel like you can't put this movie like beneath a cartoon.
Yeah, that's literally it. And I'm going to succumb to that like weak impulse.
Yeah.
I don't think you even have to go that far though. I mean, The Incredibles was a great movie.
Was it incredible?
It was an incredible movie.
No, it was just great.
It was a great movie.
You can't use the word in the definition.
It was a wonderful movie. But I still think The Wind That Shakes the Barley was a better movie.
Yeah, I agree. It's just, it's better. And there's like, I mean, the Incredibles is really cool. It's a lot of fun. Like we talked about Pulp last week with John Carter. Wind That Shakes the Barley has these really deep, really amazing, heart-wrenching themes. Right. That when a movie manages to do that, it's so impressive.
I think the problem is there's so much like emotional resonance attached with anything Pixar that you're like
it's hard voting against Pixar.
Yeah, period.
Like how it used to be hard voting against Disney. I know Pixar and Disney are the same now, but it used Yeah,
I know what you mean.
Right.
Back when like there was like when it was The Lion King and Aladdin were coming out and they were doing really good, it used to be hard to like it's Disney, it's great,
right?
And you thought of all those good moments, and now that's happened with Pixar.
Yeah,
where I think of everything that they've done.
Okay, more on the movie side, on the directing story side now. Wind That Shakes the Barley or District 9?
Oh, District 9's actually I think in my top five films of all time.
Of all time?
I think so. Yeah.
Top 5?
Maybe just top 10, but I'm pretty sure it's top 5.
3 of your top 3 is Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Yes.
So that means it's got to be 4
and then it's
or 5.
Empire, and then I think it's District 9 after that.
Really?
Wow.
I love...
Not Star Wars? Why? Because John Carter's better?
No. District 9, is an amazing achievement in cinematography.
It's very good, yes.
And storytelling. Like for science fiction... To the idea that let's make a science fiction movie in a trash dump. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's absolutely brilliant in Africa, something you don't see very often. And I mean,
I think the Africa was a better stretch than a trash dump. I mean, I taking trash dump and make it in an impoverished area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, basically, it's in a ghetto that's
right.
I mean, it looks like a trash.
Oh,
I mean, just what they did with this movie, I can watch it over and over and over and just I love it every single time. I can't imagine a better science fiction movie other than Empire Strikes Back.
Or this. District 9.
No, than this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I can imagine a lot. It's very good. And it's in my top 100, but I love science fiction. I would put Alien over it.
No.
I would put 2001 over it. I know ridiculous. You don't like that. I would put some of the Star Wars over it, sure. Aliens.
No.
I'll make you happy and say this. I wouldn't put Avatar over it. It's better than a lot of stuff. I would put District 9 like right above like the new Star Trek for me.
Where would you put it against The Wind That Shakes the Barley?
Wind That Shakes the Barley is better.
No.
Yeah, it's a better like District 9 is
Make
a really
your choice.
Is a really cool is a very very cool sci-fi. It's well shot. There's a good script. It's well acted. It's an interesting look at just kind of a simple parallel of
it has similar political themes.
Mm-hmm.
It accomplishes sort of a pathos that you wouldn't normally get from a movie like this. I mean, you sympathize with the aliens, and then in turn that sort of that's exactly the thing. It has a decent pathos. It does not have an absolutely like heart-wrenching pathos. And so I think they're even on everything except for that. What do you think?
Wind That Shakes the Barley grabs me and just absolutely, like, after I watched this, like, I wanted to find out about...
I think the aliens are more fresh than the Irish.
I want...
Shakes the Barley hit the anime Flickchart?
Yep.
Okay.
Stop it, Robert. It's a good book. Finish it.
Have him reading Shakes. That's a little more Irish.
It's a little more Irish.
He won the Nobel Prize.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.